Welcome back. Yes, it's our final segment. I so enjoyed this mid morning. It was insightful, fascinating, and while I was enjoying it as well, I'm now at that stage, not to give my age away or the stage of my life, but yes, you get that odd, just that hot flush that comes and you're feeling really, really hot, irrespective of the weather. It can be into the minuses, or sometimes uh, you're sleeping and you feel, that hot sensation comes, and you're feeling, you just need to feel cool. Swap the blanket for a muslin sheet or something like that. And then that's a sign of another stage of your life. I don't know. The big M, some people call it, the transition of madness. Some people feel, hey, it's the end of your life. Yes, it's a feeling of sadness, but you know what? If with correct information and knowledge and support system, I think just as you were, if you go back all the time and you reach your teenage years, or you hit about 11, 10, 11, 12, you all in anticipation, you spoke about the body changes that's going to come. And yes, now when you talk about menopause, it's just a transition to the next phase of your life, but doesn't mean it's going to be end of your life. And I think there's joining me is Ayesha Essack. She's the founder, somatologist of Urban Bless Wellness Spa, and he has been passionate about this transition in menopause, where it's going to be a good experience, a holistic experience, but more than that, it's a time of your life where it's a time of opportunity, and so much happens because it happens in a stage of your life where your dependents are all grown, and in the years where you had to make sacrifices, or being a stay-at-mom home, or being more involved in their lives, it's a time for me time. So menopause also, what she tells me, equals me time. Time for me, time to explore my interests and my opportunities that maybe you wanted to travel in that. So let's welcome Aisha, and let's get a perspective from her in terms of how to have the correct support and uh, navigate through menopause. Assalamu alaikum, Aisha, and welcome to Salam Media.
Walaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Mariam. Jazakallah for having me on your show. It is such a relevant topic at the moment.
Yes, especially in Women's Month, let's focus on this because this is something females experience, and it's part of our female physiology and makeup, and going through this in this way. Yeah. So many women feel lost or even isolated when navigating menopause. From your perspective, what are some of the most common challenges women face during this stage?
You know, Miriam, you say that, and exactly what you went through to say about puberty, like life changes, your journey through life as a woman changes, whether it be puberty or pregnancies or menopause, it's all seen as a change. But some of the challenges women face, and they don't even realize that it's actually menopause, is weight gain is one of the very big ones that they face. Disturbed sleeps, exactly, with sleep issues, with getting night sweats or hot flushes. The other one is skin issues like pigmentation. You also get a lot of mood swings. That's why people say it's the mad age. You get mood swings, and sometimes anxiety, which is quite real, and depression. So there's mental health, physical health, and emotional health issues that happen. But menopause can have challenges, symptoms up to 200 symptoms. And it just depends on a woman and where they're at in their menopause journey, and how their body reacts to the transition of hormones as to what symptoms they might have. Some people might have two symptoms, some people might have 16, and they might have joint pains or frozen shoulder, or those kind of things. Sports recovery might be a problem. Brain fog is very real for a lot of women, where you walk into a room and then you walk out because you didn't know what you walked in for, and this can happen a few times till
Uh,
you realize what you
you
went
see,
in
I'm
for.
smiling, right?
Exactly.
When
So
you
you
said
can
that.
blame a lot on you can blame a lot on menopause, Mariam.
Yeah, because sometimes I'll meet some. I remember it's happened now, and especially on air, you don't have time for that moment, because you see somebody's face, or you remember that article and you see this person's face, and their name is not coming to you, and you're like searching in your brain. I'm
Exactly.
literally
Ex-
searching in my brain, and that's
Exactly.
so I can truly
So,
relate to the brain
so
fog.
brain fog. Yeah, brain fog is a very big one.
So, Aisha, from your perspective, what are some of the misconceptions women have about menopause, and how can what advice do you give us in, let's just make informed decisions and take away those misconceptions?
Sure. So, one of the biggest misconceptions I find is that women only think menopause happens in your 50s. That's to me the biggest one, where actually the truth is the new studies have shown that menopause can actually start from your mid 30s. So, these symptoms can come up from your 30s, which is premenopause or sometimes perimenopause. Then you hit menopause in your 50s, and then postmenopause in
So
middle to
let's
late.
let me stop you there. Can
Sure.
you just sum up for me premenopause, perimenopause, and
Sure.
menopause? Can we just then get these terms, because sometimes we use them interchangeably or incorrectly? So can we just then give us a summary of those three terms, please?
So, premenopausal years is your body is going through fluctuations, but you still have all your hormones intact, working, which is your progesterone, your estrogen, your testosterone. Your perimenopause, you start
So
getting
you'll
lower.
still have your menses in your
Everything,
premenopause, right?
100%. You will still have a normal menstrual cycle. In perimenopause, these hormones are fluctuating even more. So your progesterone starts dropping, your estrogen starts dropping, sometimes your testosterone as well. And this, you start having an irregular
Cycle.
cycle, right? And then menopause is when you haven't had a cycle for 12 months. Then you're in menopause. And postmenopause is thereafter, comes a few years after, when there's absolutely no hormones left in the body that is producing by itself.
Okay. And like you say, um, there's a lot of things happening in your body, and various changes in different domains, in different systems in your body. So at this stage, so in terms of to mitigate the symptoms we're speaking about, how how does your skincare and self-care play a role in helping females feel, or women feel more confident during this time of perimenopause and menopause? Because also it's aligned with uh, it's emotional and it's also psychological, because um, you realize, okay, now your child bearing age is over as
Yes,
as a mother, and also it's a sign of your maybe mortality, you growing older and things like that. So besides all the physiological changes, the psychological changes, and when that happens, your confidence sometimes takes a beating and a knock. And then when you don't feel confident, sometimes you neglect yourself. So
yes,
tell me, and also then you just it's that let go. So how
exactly.
do we still maintain that sense of self-care and also our daily regimen of skincare? And in fact, do we need to up our game when we
Yes,
enter that
okay. Good,
yeah,
very good question.
menopause cycle?
Very good question, Miriam. And what we find is we find that a lot of women actually have lost themselves through their baby making years, through bringing up their children. They have given so much to their children and everybody around them. And now at this stage of their life, they feel sometimes lost. Where do they start? But it's such a beautiful stage of your life because Allah has blessed us now with not having to worry about children. And now we can actually invest in ourselves. This is the time that you actually can flourish because why? You're past those stages of bringing up everybody and being responsible for so many people around you. Now you can actually invest in yourself and be responsible for yourself. So this is the time where I think, to start a hobby is very important because social networks is very important. Self-care starts with everything. Self-care can be as simple as journaling or taking a bath once a week or walking outside and finding nature to coming for a facial and actually treating yourself because you are going through all these changes. And it shouldn't be seen as, oh, menopause is like the end of the world. It actually should be embraced and encouraged to be celebrated, because you as a woman have now not issues to worry about in terms of cycles every month. You are free to make salah all the time and read Quran all the time. And it's such a blessing because you have all this wisdom to impart to younger people. So I think self-care can be small or it can be big. But I think connection with yourself, with your spirituality, and with community, with a woman that uplifts you, woman that you can vent to, woman that can support you is very important, Maria.
And you've realized, I know this is your passion in terms of all round wellness for females. So, not just only skincare, or just not only eating right, correct nutrition, understanding yourself medically, but I know you're a strong advocate of all round wellness. And hence, I know every year, and even now and then throughout the year, you always have a good workshops where you invite a host of experts in their fields to discuss this, and you are having uh, what I'm terming a powerhouse of panel experts regarding this is specifically a workshop focused on menopause or perimenopause, as you say. And I've just come across this. For me, it's something, if you are in that stage of your life. So it's not about your age, but more if you reach that stage, if you're pre-menopausal or you perimenopausal, or you've reached menopause, then I think it's important to attend such a workshop. And I see you've got Dr. Anissa August. She's a functional medicine specialist, and she's going to be discussing understanding your body's changes. Then you have, I think, this area well known a gynecologist, Sumaya Ibrahim, who's now specialized. Is a specialist gynecologist in menopause, and she'll be discussing the menopause toolkit, and exactly what we spoke about earlier, and breaking the myths about hormones. I see you've got Hester van Aswagen, a women's health physiotherapist. And yeah, that's something we didn't move on to, but that will be discussed on the workshop. That pelvic floor, uh, breathe work, and intimacy, because then also, I mean, you feel like that incontinence when you laugh, something happens to you when you jump and you exercise. And we know as females that little embarrassing moments that happen.
Yes.
But also, I mean, that's why having a physiotherapist there is essential in terms of how to exercise, and don't let us selves go in terms of our fitness regiment as well there. And then I see you've got Anne-Marie Prozeski. She's the co-founder of Liposuck Weight Loss Hacks. And then you've got a wellness counselor, Leila Mohammed. She will then touch on that emotional and mental wellness support kit. So this is all happening on the 20th of September.
G. So what we've done at my spa, Urban Bliss Wellness Spa, has evolved, Miriam. We've evolved into a full women's health package where we can give you solutions and real-time tools. Doesn't matter which stage exactly where you are in your life, whether you are in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, right up to your 70s. You as a woman, we find that there's so much information out there, and it becomes so overwhelming for people that they don't actually know where to start or what to do during this phase of your life. So what we've created a team of experts and facilitators at Urban Bliss Wellness Spa, where you come in, you have a consultation, you sit and chat to us, because really it's not all in your head. Some of the misconceptions we didn't cover was that you must suffer through this alone. Women think you need to suffer, and actually you don't. So we've created not only the spa, which has an extensive advanced technologies, holistic therapies, mental health support, physical health support, and emotional health support. In terms of functional, we also have functional medicine, so you know your numbers, where you are at in the stage of your life, and what we need to supplement or substitute. But we've also host these workshops with truly a stellar panel of powerhouse women and experts in their field. Like you said, Dr. Sumaya Ibrahim is a leading gynecologist in Johannesburg, and she specializes in menopause. And from her, she'll break all the myths. She'll answer questions because it's a very intimate, safe space that we've created with these workshops for you to be able to get a personalized plan on what you're
So,
going
Aisha,
through and
time
answers.
is worth us. You gave us the good news because this is Women's Month. You are
Yes.
offering a free ticket to enter the workshop. So, this is a prize worth almost 1,000 rand, 999 rand for one Salam Media listener who's there. So quickly, just tell us, how does one qualify to be a recipient or winner of attending this workshop for free?
Yes, so if you want to stand a chance to win this ticket, which is like Miriam said, at almost 1,000 rand, it's on Saturday, the 20th of September from 9 to 1. You just have to go into Urban Bliss Wellness Spa's Instagram page. You will then like and share, like and follow Salam Media and Urban Bliss. You will tag a woman that's inspirational to you and tell us why she's inspirational, since seeing it's Women's Month and we want to uplift women. And the last thing you will do is share our giveaway post on your stories and tag Urban Bliss and Salam Media so we can follow whether you've entered. Entrance close on the 1st of September, and winners will be announced on the 3rd of September.
Yes, so obviously you need to be able to get there on the 20th of September. So the prize
Yes.
is for the entry, not for the logistics there. So please, if you are in that vicinity or proximity, or you're able to you avail yourself on 20th of September, please, from 9 to 1. And Aisha is, so there's an early bird discount until the 20th, but for Salam Media listeners, Aisha has generously decided to extend that up to the
The 1st of
26th.
September.
Oh, you're
The
being more
1st of
generous now.
September. Yeah,
Okay, it
1st of
is going to.
September, Salam Media listeners will get an early bird discount of 799 Rand on the workshop if they pay for their tickets by the 1st of
Oh,
September. So
okay.
we've
So
got
you're being
1 week to
extra
go.
generous now on air. So that's fine. So remember, uh, until the 1st of September, all Salam Media. So uh, please, if you'd like to attend and you're in the vicinity, just DM Aisha Urban Bliss and say Salam Media, and you will get that early bird discount. Thanks so much. I'd like to get you on further programs just to discuss this different aspects of all round wellness, inshallah. But looking forward to attending myself, and inshallah we'll talk to you in the future. And shukran for sponsoring a prize on women's during Women's Month for our Salam Media listeners and viewers. With that, I say Assalamu alaikum wa
Walaikum
rahmatullahi to
salam.
Sister Aisha.
Jazakallah, Mariam. Jazakallah. Thanks so much. Assalamu alaikum.
And with that comes an end to Mid Morning with Mu'alima Maryam Mia. I really, really enjoyed our time together. I hope you were educated and informed and had insight to the various topics we discussed. And please, for those of you that would like to meet Dr. Abir Zayad, or even if you want to host, please contact me. Follow Salam Media socials. My number is there. You can send me a WhatsApp if you'd like to host. If you're ready to host, I'm ready to come and visit you wherever you are and bring Sister Abir with me, wherever you are in South Africa, or even if you are in Botswana, or we haven't been to Lesotho or Swaziland, and you are a group of the community that would like to host, uh, tell us that you'd like to host. Contact me, and inshallah, let's see that we can make it happen. With that, I say Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.